Welcome to Inside the American Dynasty League. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Inside the American Dynasty League. I'm your host, Mike. With me, as always, is the commish, Clyde Randall Waters, and Math Boy, Alan Henley. We're going to get this week started off by looking at last week's matchup of the week.
Matchup of the week.
All right, last week's matchup of the week was the Schmitty Vorgan Megavinvent versus the Fast and the Furious. Math Boy, break this down for me.
Ooh-wee. All right, so this game went a little bit as expected. Efficiencies weren't great at all. But Fast and Furious pulled this one out, and I think that's key to their season. I think they lose this game and they're done. Might as well rebuild or figure out what you're going to do next season. But getting a win helps them stay in it. Melvin Gordon went off this week, really helping out the team. Got a good amount from Cameron Brate. Good play there. Des Bryant stepped up this week. Antonio Brown did his thing. And then we look at the Schmitty, Werber, Jagerman, Jensens. They had a higher efficiency rating. And usually, if you got the higher efficiency rating, you're going to pull out the victory. But their team didn't put up many points. Russell Wilson just didn't do much. Amir Abdullah had a down week after what he's been doing this year. Khalil Powell, he believed and he failed him. One simple change, you got to start Alex Smith, I think. He is the clear number one quarterback this year. He's played incredible all year. I think he gets rushing yards, he gets passing TDs. I think you got to play him.
Oh, man, hey, he didn't win. Commish, what are your thoughts on this one?
Surprisingly, they started Big Ben and still pulled out a victory.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Big Ben really was terrible.
-6 points
Yeah.
or whatever.
I think, and Math Boy, please correct me if I'm wrong because you're the math fan.
Yep.
But that's like historically low for this league, right? Is that possibly the lowest quarterback score we've ever had?
Yeah, I believe that is the lowest quarterback score that we have ever obtained in the American Dynasty League.
Oh, man. Goodness.
And its long, big, giant history.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on to some other matchups. Math Boy, why don't you throw one out there for us?
Sure. One matchup that was really intriguing was the Mud Dogs versus the Mama Boys. Last week, we saw Dalvin Cook go down. And we all kind of wondered, could the Mud Dogs keep going without him? And they went up and picked up Latavius Murray thinking that he's going to be the answer, and he wasn't. And Mama's Boys comes out, they get a 100% efficiency rating.
Oh, man.
And they go out and beat them.
That is crazy. 100% efficiency rating.
Efficiency rating. That is tough to do.
That's a good rating.
Yeah, I mean, even with buys and everything starting up, 100% is insane.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and move on to our interview of the week. We're going to go live to an interview between Math Boy and the owner of Big Ben's love child, Jack.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
What's up, man? How you been?
I've been pretty well. How are you?
Oh, we're doing great today. So, started out the year, you've made a pretty bold claim saying whoever beats you can name your team.
I did.
What are your thoughts from the owner? What are your thoughts of the name?
I don't love it that much. I respect it, though. That's a great choice. He really went after someone I hated and just really made him the focal point of my team.
Yeah. What do you think about that picture you got too?
It's been pretty well.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect picture for the team name.
Yeah.
So, you're in the red division, which should be a pretty tough division. Do you think that you can get a couple wins and maybe escape that division and make the playoffs.
That's the goal. I mean, it's going to be rough with Charles Clay. We'll see how his injury pans out. And, Carlos Hyde didn't have such a hot week this week. Hopefully he can pick back up. Larry Fitz has been pretty sporadic this year. Need some consistency out of him. What comes down to it, I'm not going to be winning games with my kicker putting up -1. So
that hurts. But I don't think you can blame it on the kicker. I mean,
yeah, well,
usually only averages maybe 10.
Yeah, but lost by 2 this week. Take away DeMarco Murray's fumble, and just Mason Crosby gets me 0. I'm right in there.
There you go. Yeah. So this week, you got a little bit of co-leader action. What do you
Yep.
think about your matchup against the Stags this week?
We'll see. I'm hoping for the best. I know the Stags haven't been having the best of years so far.
They have not.
So, but I've got LaShawn McCoy and Doug Baldwin on a bye, so I'm just hoping to scrape by.
Yeah, that's 2 big names. So I'm unaware of your Dynasty League experience, but what do you think about the American Dynasty League so far?
So far, I love it. This is the first Dynasty League I've ever been a part of, and just overall pretty fun, pretty great strategizing for the future, trying to build the Dynasty, Looking forward to next year's draft, take some rookies.
Yeah. Believe me, I'm right there with you. I love drafting the college guys.
Trying to get next year's Kareem Hunt.
There you go. So that's about all I have. I want to open up the table to you, though. You got any smack talk for anybody in the league? You want to call anybody out?
I don't know. I mean, there was a guy who's been trying to trade Amari Cooper. No one wants Amari Cooper.
That's a fair thing right there. He's a pretty good wide receiver, though.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a rough year.
Rough year, for sure. All
I
right.
have him in another league. Hope for the best. But
Well, thanks for joining us, man. We look forward
thanks
to
for having me.
seeing you progress this season, and I hope I beat you, but I hope to see you in the playoffs.
Hopefully I'll take you in the playoffs.
All right, man. Thanks for joining us, and have a great one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Thanks, Jack, for being a part of this. Giving up some of your time over there at Crossroads Uptown. Doing some homework to do an interview with us. Hopefully you don't flunk out of college and become a bum. Next up, let's move on to our awards of the week. Starting this week off with the award we always like to go to, the Hershey Milk Dud of the Week. This one is going out to who? Kamish.
Unsurprisingly, gonna have to give it to Big Ben. He had negative 6.52 points. What was it? 5 picks and 2 pick sixes.
That is just garbage.
That is unbelievably historically bad for the league.
Historic.
All right, next up we got the Ram Pickup of the Week. You see, it's picking up a player, and Ram makes pickup trucks. That's how we came up with this sponsor. Ram. They're tough. They're big, good trucks. Anyway, the Kamish drives one. Who is getting this award? Math Boy.
This award this week goes out to Will Fuller. 20.2 points from the Texan. Owned and picked up by Schmitty Werber Jagerman Jensen. However, even with this pickup, he still lost.
Man, he had that one highlight week. 2 wins. Hopefully he can figure it out again.
He went all out on some trades, and it hasn't worked out so far.
Next up, we got the Whoopin' of the Week, brought to you by Mike's Bodega, where we got all the finest Cheez-Its and Pop-Tarts this side of the Mississippi. This one is going out to the Subliminal Criminals, owned by Math Boy, for their lucky ability to play my team on a severe off week. They beat me 127.44 to 83.86. That is a 43.5 point win according to Math Boy's Math. Am I correct, Math Boy?
That is correct. Yeah, it was a rough week for you, but I think you'll bounce back.
All right. We don't have the Dollar Shave Club Close Shave of the Week this week, but we came real close. We
close.
almost got it by 0.26 points. We missed it. And that was the Harry Berries versus Big Ben's Love Child. So not the award, but close. Next up, we got the Resurrected Team of the Week, brought to you by Lazarus Department Stores. Who is this one going out to this week, Math Boy?
This one goes out to the Fast and Furious. They had a 39.8 point turnaround, helping them get a win this week.
All right. Way to go, Fast and the Furious. Next up, we got the Poopery Poo Poo Team of the Week. This goes out to the team that just stunk. Was absolutely terrible. And that one is going out to who, Kamish?
Sorry, Mike. I'm going to have to give it to the Winterfell Direwolves with 83.86 points.
Go ahead and hand it over. Hand me the poo. All right. Poopery Poo Poo Team of the Week over here for now. And we'll see what we can do to get rid of it this week. Our last award this week is the Surprise Breakout Player of the Week, brought to you by Proactive. And that one is going out to who, Math Boy?
Well, we already talked about him once, but I think it was only right. In 2 weeks, he's averaging about 20 points a game. Will Fuller with 20.2 points picked up this week by the Schmitty-Werber-Jagerman Jensen. So for them, I hope he keeps his production up and they figure out their team.
Awesome. Now let's take a look at next week's matchup of the week.
Matchup of the week.
This week's matchup of the week is going to be the Mud Dogs versus the Harrison Bullfrogs. Two animals. Yeah. Math Boy, break this one down for me.
All right. So, this one is big.
How big?
Real big.
Oh, man.
Real big.
You have the Mud Dogs. You have the Bullfrogs. One is tied for first in the division. The other is tied for first in their division. And they're in the same division.
Now, Math Boy, does that possibly mean that they are tied?
That means they are tied.
I'm getting smarter every day.
Every day. This is a fight for the top of the blue division. The Mud Dogs are first in scoring. The Bullfrogs are number 3 in scoring in the league. This game is going to be crazy. I don't know what's going to happen here. You got to figure if Marcus Mariota can play, there shouldn't be any issue. But the Bullfrogs, if he's hurt this week, they don't have a quarterback. Tyrod Taylor's on a bye. And you look at the Mud Dogs, aside from the injury to Dalvin Cook, they've stayed healthy. Their team is strong. They have great players, and they're hard to beat. I would know firsthand.
I'll tell you this. I was able to send out our crack team of reporters out, and they were able to talk with Brandy and find out. She's the coach of the Mud Dogs and owner of the Mud Dogs as well. She had this to say: "We have to stay hungry." It was. I'm pretty sure it was related to the football thing, fantasy football, but they were also in line to get lunch, so it might have been about lunch.
Well, or both.
Yeah. And our reporters were also able to track down Adam Foster, owner of the Harrison Bullfrogs. He said, we have to get the big guy involved in the offense. So they didn't specify what big guy, but the big guy.
So let me get this straight, though. My reporter came out and said that the owner of the Harrison Bullfrogs, Adam Foster, said that they have to stay hungry.
Well, if you get hungry, eat something.
At Mike's Bodega.
That's right. Math Boy, who you taking?
In this matchup, I think I have to go with the Mud Dogs.
All right. Kamish.
As well, I'm going to have to go with the Mud Dogs.
I'm going with the Harrison Bullfrog because we are loosely related. And that makes this an interesting game. All right. Next up, we're going to our 2-minute drill. Working on the sound effects. Yeah, Subliminal Criminals versus Farty McFartface. This is a one I'm going to be watching closely. I'm super excited about this one. These two people hate each other, but really they love each other in a hateful way. It's going to be crazy. I am taking the criminals, though, Farty McFartface. I apologize. I appreciate the help of work. Commish.
I'm taking the criminals as well.
Math Boy.
Farty McFartfaces. I didn't realize it when I talked to you, but this is the week we play, and this is the week that I beat you badly.
That makes this a sweep. Next up, we got the Fast and the Furious versus the Red Squirrels. Commish. Who you taking?
I'm going to have to take the Red Squirrels.
All right. Math Boy.
Me too, Red Squirrels.
I am taking the Fast and the Furious. Next up, we got Schwitty Morgan Vigor
He was number one.
versus the Mama's Boys. Commish.
I'm going to take the Smitty Werber.
All right.
All right.
Math Boy.
I have to go Mama's Boys.
I'm going Mama's Boys as well. Next up, we got the Winterfell Direwolves versus the Hairy Berries. And I am personally taking myself, thinking I'm going to beat my sister-in-law. But really, she's just my sister. I love her. She's the best. Commish, who you taking?
I'm going to go with you, Mike. I'm going to take the Direwolves.
I appreciate it, sir. Math Boy?
Not so fast. Hairy Berries.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
Pulling out the Lee Corso reference.
Last but not least, we got some co-leader action. We got Big Ben's Love Child versus the Black Stags. Commish, who you taking?
I'm going to take Big Ben.
Man, not taking yourself?
I'm going to take myself today.
Oh, man, he don't believe in his own team. This is making it hard.
Yeah.
Math Boy, who you taking?
I mean, if the commish doesn't believe in his own team, can I? I'll take Big Ben.
I think the commish. I think you have too many injuries. I just don't think you're going to be able to pull this one off. I think in the future when your team heals up, it's going to be really dangerous. But I'm going Big Ben this week as well, and that makes this a sweep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our 2-minute drill. Next up, let's move on to our question of the week, brought to you by the Commish. Commish, what do we have this week?
Well, last week's question was close shave of the week, over or under 5. And 4 people voted for over, and 5 people voted for under. This week's question is, will the whole league answer the poll, yes or no?
I want to go yes, but I think I might go no.
My
I'll say
mind's
last week they only had
no.
9 votes.
Your mind's telling you no?
yes.
What's your body telling you?
My body's telling me yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, get your picks in, fill out the poll, set your lineups, have fun, stay safe out there, and have a great day.
Visit Mike's Bodega.
We'll see you next week.